Greetings, automotive enthusiasts. Today we have for you a 1992 Buick Skylark GS sedan. When's the last time you've seen one of these on the road? They were kind of everywhere in the early 90s, and now, gee, this is the first one I've seen in years. I can't even recall when I've seen another one. I do remember when these first came out though. You know, I vividly remember this car because I remember thinking that it was the ugliest car I had ever seen. And I just was like, the styling, I was just like, what in the world are they thinking? And, but when I saw this car, you know, I kind of flashed back to that, but actually when I saw this car again for the first time in, I don't even know how many years, you know, I saw it and I was like, man, I loved it. You know, it's kind of like it was an ugly duckling in the day, but now everything looks the same. And now you kind of look back and I kind of go, you know, hey, kudos to Buick for making something different, you know, and taking a risk. And I think it's really cool. It's a fun little car. I've driven it around a bunch. And, you know, it's a 90s GM car. I mean, it's you know, not Mercedes or Lexus quality for sure, but it's a great running little car. It's got the 3.3 liter V6 in it, and automatic transmission, 3-speed automatic, which is probably the biggest, you know, letdown of the car. But I mean, it's sufficient because I mean, it's got 160 horsepower and like 185 foot-pounds of torque out of that 3.3 V6. So definitely not really lacking in the power. You know, it's adequate. I mean, it just cruises down. It's just a fun little quirky cruiser, you know? And I mean, considering what your money buys you nowadays, this would be a fun alternative to a used Kia. You know, I would much rather drive this car. And I love driving around here. I really get a lot of looks and thumbs up, and people it just makes you smile. I mean, that's a face only a mother could love, but I really think it's cool at this point in time. I think it's rad. Whoever buys this car though, you have to promise me one thing. You have to get a tag that says Angry Bird. I think that would be hilarious. This car, it just kind of reminds you of the Angry Birds, but it's a 3-owner car, but it's really spent most of its life with a single owner. Second owner bought this in 99 with like 17,000 miles on it and kept it all the way until like 21 with like 37,000 miles on it. So, you know, it's kind of been with the same owner for most of its life. So, well, let's go ahead and we'll zoom in on this little guy and take a peek at it and show you what we got here. It's not a perfect car, but definitely is in great shape. We got a little bitty scratch on the hood there. It's amazing considering how old this car is, how few flaws there are on it actually. Show you the headlight here, and the park light is nice and clear coming across the grill. Look how they did the little red accents on that grill. That's really cool. The GS is a really cool car. There's the left headlight assembly. It looks really nice. Other than just some little light scratches in the paint, this paint is phenomenal. All original paint. No hail damage. There's just a few little dings and scratches on it, but overall, very nice car. I did have Van Gogh do a paint correction on this, and again, on some of these old red cars, they don't get super deep and dig deep into the paint, so it looks like 90% better, but there's still going to be some little imperfections, just because, like I said, you don't want to get too aggressive on an old car like this. And they did a couple touch-ups and so on and so forth. But looking at the bumper now, really nice. And I hate these tag brackets. Ugh. But what are you gonna do? You could take it off and polish it and put plugs there, but I just hate that. But like I said, what are you gonna do? Very nice across the front. Really not much to note. The wheels are in really nice shape. Just a little bit of curb rash right there, but you know, very good condition overall. And these tires are from 22 or 21, so the tires are nice and fresh, deep rubber. So this car's been very well loved and very well maintained pretty much its whole life, you can tell. There was a little ding right there. Van Gogh touched it up. So one little ding right there. Looks a lot better. Mirrors in nice shape. Looking down the side of the car, left front door is pretty darn clean. Maybe one little something right here. What is that? Oh, I think it might be a touched up scratch. On the rear door, a couple little bit of, see a little wave right there, just a tiny wave, little ding. I mean, this isn't a show car by any means, but I mean, considering this is a 92 Buick Skylark, this is record breaking. I bet there's not very many out there left in this condition, I would not guess. A couple little scratches on the sail panel right here. Nothing major. Looking across the roof. Roof is very nice. Might be a little nick or scratch here or there, but overall, this car presents excellent. It's not a 10-footer, it's a 1-footer. I mean, you gotta get on it to see it. It does look really nice. Here's the rear wheel. I like the way it's almost skirted. This car's got so many crazy styling cues. There's the rear tire tread there. And there's zero rust on this car. It is a completely rust-free car. Look how nice it looks underneath. Look at that. That is pristine. We got the Carfax on it too that we'll have in the picture gallery on the website. You can glance at the Carfax. Quarter looks really nice. Sail panel looks good. Let's look across the deck lid here. Looks really clean across the deck lid. You know, there's one little ding on it right here. One little ding on it, but pretty minor. It touched it up a little bit there. Power antenna works. Radio actually sounds surprising on this car, considering the price level of this car. Right quarter looks nice. Go ahead and do the taillights now. Taillights are excellent condition. I don't really see, I mean, there's just so few flaws on this car. It's really remarkable. Taillights are nice. Now let's kind of get down here on the bumper level. Wow, super nice on the bumper. It's amazing. It's incredible, it's amazing. There goes the squeaky shoes again. Last time I took my shoes off though, my socks got trashed. Wow, that bumper's nice. Holy cow. There was a couple scratches on the left side, and Van Gogh, man, I mean, they weren't deep, but you could just see some scratches, but man, Van Gogh polished those right out. Wow, very nice, good job, guys. A little bit of age on the key lock cylinder. Take a little paint pen or something and touch that up and make it black again. There is the right rear wheel. Every time the wheel weight sits on there for a long time, and then it always does damage underneath the wheel weight. So unfortunately, there's a little scuff right there. Not much you can do about that. Looking down the right side of the car, very clean. Don't really see anything on the right side. Moldings are super clean. God, nothing's faded. This car obviously set in a garage. 40,000 miles on this car. I forgot to mention the mileage on this car. It's got 40. When I get inside and do the drive, I'll tell you exactly. Got something going on with the mirror here. Got a little of the finish peeling on the mirror. It's kind of a soft rubberized finish, I guess. So it's got a couple little peeling elements there. Emblems are nice. And let's go ahead and do the front wheel. Let's see if we can get in there. 21 on the tires. So nice fresh rubber. All right, let's go ahead and pop the hood. All right, we got the hood popped on the Skylark. Kind of zoom in here. Yep, our light's on. So looking underneath the hood here, looks like we're missing a little plastic filler panel here. See that right there? So there's one or two pieces missing right here. Guess I didn't really pay attention to that. Here's the plate there. I get some different angles on that, so you can kind of read those numbers if you want to. There's our emission sticker. You can see here, the car shows no accidents or damage. See the bolts at the front end, it's all original, all intact. Haven't really detailed this car underneath, so a little dust underneath the hood. I've actually been driving it around. 3300, they say this is like the basically prelude to the 3800, so it's in that same family. So this is a very good, very reliable engine. It's kind of like a baby 3800. Looks like we have a brand new alternator on this car. Plug wires look nice. So somebody's tuned this car up. Belt looks good. It's not new, but definitely serviceable. Zoom in down here. Let's see if I can get on it. Oh yeah, it looks really nice. No cracks on the belt. I would get in this car and drive it anywhere. I've been driving it. The AC's cold, radio sounds awesome. Cruise control works. The only issue with the car is it's kind of got a slow left front window. So kind of a weak window motor there. It works, but it's slow. But this engine compartment is nice and tidy. We haven't done anything under here. Just got this car in and pretty much just drove it. So there's under the hood. So here's, what is this here? Retrofitted, looks like on the AC to 134. Kind of nice. We haven't even had to do anything with the AC. Hood pad's in good shape. So let's go ahead and check out the interior. All right, let's start with the trunk here. Got the trunk open, and it is, I haven't even touched this trunk. I haven't run a vacuum cleaner through it or anything. And you can see it is immaculate. Bottom of the deck lid, nice. I like the little netting there. Let's go ahead and lift up the spare here real quick and see if we can, yeah, somehow. Well, shoot. Oh, duh. It's got a screw. All right. There we go. Hey. See what we got here. Hey, everything is intact. Got our tire iron, got our jack, got our spare. Looks nice. Don't think it's ever been on the ground. There's the end. All right, let's go ahead and go to the interior. Interior is pretty cool in this car. I kind of dig it. It's kind of a different layout. GM did a lot of crazy stuff in the 90s. Got our window controls right here. You see all the windows work. Left window is slow, but look at the door panel. I mean, usually there's warpage or cracking around where people set their arms. You know, zero rust on this car. I mean, there's not even a bubble. There's our belt in the door, which is kind of a unique thing. Carpet, there's the speaker, old wood trim. There's some chrome peeled off right here. You can see where the chrome's missing right there. A little chrome peeled off there. Threshold is nice. I'll show you the tags here. All right, we'll start. Here's the bird's eye view, the interior, and we'll go ahead and show you the driver's seat. Little GS embossed there. Kind of show you the whole seat, and then we'll zoom in on it. Excellent, excellent condition. A little stress wrinkles there in a little bit, but I mean, look here though, there is zero wear on this seat bolster. Really amazing. When I opened the door on this car, I actually bought this car at just my used car dealer auction. So somebody traded it in, you know, who knows the story behind it. But carpet is in really good condition. So here's our, hey, we got anti-lock brakes. There's our pedals. The floor is really nice. Could use a little bit of cleaning, but it looks good. There's one little spot on the carpet right there. Kind of zoom back. Kind of like a little heel. I don't know what it is. Kind of a little funky wear spot. Backing up here, so you can see the carpets are nice. And here we got 41,739 miles. It's gonna go up a little bit because I'm driving it home. So this car does have the rare Grand Touring suspension. So this is actually an electronic suspension, and it does work. I mean, I've played with all the settings, and when it's soft, it kind of floats, and when you hit the sport button, you can definitely feel it firm up. Got tilt steering. There's our cruise control. Try to come through here. See that? Kind of a funky steering wheel, just kind of different there. I'm not sure what they're, I mean, I kind of think it's kind of cool. You know, just because it's something, again, just like the rest of the car, unique. We got a little thumb rests right there for a sporty feel. But it's in excellent condition. Look at that. No wear on the wheel. No issues at all. Here's our center console. Got to have a neat little, it's kind of a cloth pocket in there. I've never quite seen that before. Usually they're hard plastic. It's kind of a neat deal. Here is the controls. Got some little mark on the console there. Now let's open this up. And we got our ashtray and our cup holder and just a little coin tray. Like I said, the stereo is really pretty darn good on this thing. Really surprised me. There's our Grand Touring suspension call out and our climate control. Everything works perfect on the climate control. And the dash, I mean, all this 90s GM plastic stuff usually warped, cracked, everything, but look at that dash. It's pretty much perfect. Even the headliner is absolutely flawless. Look at that. Not even sagging or anything. Pretty remarkable. Dome lights there. All right, go around to the other side. I guess I'll go ahead and hit the back here. There's our rear door panel. No issues on that. And the rear compartment, pretty much immaculate. Back shelf deck there is clean, no issues. Carpets are perfect. Go around the other side. Shielded, secure. Here is the door handle. Door panel, no issues on that. Looking again here on the seats, pretty much immaculate. No issues whatsoever. The lighting's not that great, but you can see that the carpet's perfect. Kind of got some funky lighting. Seat backs are perfect. Go over here, open up the passenger side, and once again, very nice door panel. There's the power window switch down there. Chrome looks okay on this one. A little bit of a bubble there, warp in the bottom. Passenger seat. Do a bird's eye view and then zoom in, and you can see that it is pristine. And I'll show you the dash here. Buick Skylark. No issues whatsoever. Hey, let's pop the glove box here, see what we got. Oh my gosh, 2 more cup holders. And we have, oh my goodness, all of the factory literature with the car. Look at that. That is cool. There's the literature, and here is the owner's manual. Look at that. Bill Thomas. Man, this is cool. This is fun. Oh, look at that. That's such a neat book. Wow, a little brushed metal look. You open it up. Skylark. That is cool. Very cool. Well, that is the tour of the interior. Floor carpets are perfect over here. So let's do my favorite part, and let's take this little Buick GS Skylark for a drive. All right, we're taking off in the little Skylark here. Let's go take it for a spin and check it out. I just, I don't know, I kind of like the feel of this car. It kind of just, The seat's kind of laid back a little bit. It's actually really comfortable. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna overhype the car. I mean, it's a 90s GM car, but you know, so I mean, it's not the highest quality, most impressive car ever built, but it's got character. I mean, the styling of the car, you know, I hope somebody, whoever buys this car, gets a personalized tag that says Angry Bird. That would be so funny to get a tag that says Angry Bird. But you know, it's one of those cases where, you know, they made this in a 2-door and a 4-door, but I actually think the proportions of the 4-door look as good, if not better, than the 2-door. The 2-door looks just kind of a little odd. I'll show you what I mean. I'll put a little picture of it in here. But anyway, I guess, I mean, the styling's all in the eyes of the beholder. I do remember when these cars came out, I just actively was just like, man, that car is hideous. It was funny. I just remember commenting and seeing them and just like, are you kidding me? Like, what are they thinking? Well, now, you know, you look back on this time and now everything is the same shape, the same dimensions, you know. You want your SUV small, medium, or large, you know. I mean, it's just, and throw a different emblem on it. So now I really appreciate it. Maybe it's something that's just kind of, it's hard to imagine something's gotten better with age, but seriously though, you know, I appreciate the fact that Buick did something different and they tried to make something unique and stand out. So, you know, I mean, and they did, it seems like they did sell a lot of them. We'll catch this, light's going red there. But, you know, they did sell quite a few of them, but you know, they were consumable cars, right? People bought them to work, to lease, to drive, and so, you know, nobody really preserved them or kept them or whatever. I mean, the fact that this thing's got 41,736 miles is really pretty amazing. But not only that, I mean, it has low miles, but the condition really is excellent considering the year and the age and the miles of the car. But it just drives great. We'll get it up on the highway here and kind of show you. But even the radio, I mean, the radio sounds really good. I know it's not going to come through on the phone, but the radio is, for this time period, is impressive. Let's give her the beans. In the day, I mean, that was decent, you know. It's I'm gonna call the power and acceleration adequate. It's no hot rod by any means, but it's got plenty of torque. I mean, it's got more than enough power for what this car is all about. The cruise control works great. The car drives perfect. I mean, if you look at the steering wheel there, you know, the tires are like brand new on it. I think this car, you can get in and drive it anywhere, really. No lights on, AC's cold, brakes are good. I mean, it's a really good, solid car, really without any issues. I mean, it runs just fine. Makes a good little growl though. The 3300, I think, was like the prelude to the 3800, so it's kind of on that same family line. So really good motor. 3-speed automatic. You know, there's probably the downside to this car as far as, you know, it hurts the performance and the fuel mileage compared to modern cars. But really though, it does what it needs to do. And you know, this interior is kind of an interesting place to be. It's definitely different. The surprising thing about it is this has a electronic Grand Touring suspension right here, and and what's really cool about it is this switches and buttons over here. It all works. So when I'm cruising down the road, if I put it in soft, and you know, you can kind of feel the car just float along. And then when I put it in sport, you can definitely feel it firm up. So, I mean, is it some incredible, you know, race-inspired suspension? No. I mean, I would call it more of a gimmick than anything, but it does change the ride quality. And then there's the automatic mode. I just kind of got it in automatic. I don't even know how the automatic determines what to do. But I've played around with it a little bit and run it in soft and firm. Just going down the road, you know, I just like to run it in soft and just let it do the Buick float. But this car, like I said, the power mirrors, you know, even the stereo and the cruise control, wipers, everything's, I mean, you could get in this car. In my opinion, I would drive this car anywhere. I think it's a really good car and ready to go. I really like the red color on this car. It looks cool. And they had some cool colors, like there was I think a green color that was kind of a neat, you know, especially 90s, you know, because that was kind of a 90s thing. But let's kick her down. It's got pretty good torque. I mean, I'll have to look the specs up again. I think it was 180 some foot-pounds of torque, which is really pretty decent, you know, especially for the time period. But you know, there's no rattles to the car, no, just really no issues. Well, so I hope you enjoyed our little ride along and overview of this Buick Skylark GS sedan. So, hey, look us up, EuroAsianAuto.com on the internet, EuroAsianAuto on Facebook. Hit the like and subscribe button. That way, when we upload a new car, you will get a notification and you'll be one of the first people to view it, because you never know when we might find your next dream car. Have a great day and happy motoring.